Hi, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today I am going to be decorating and writing in my April Currently page. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to be drawing some tulips and putting them on this page, but I have to draw them on a separate piece of paper because I'm using alcohol-based markers, which will go right through. I'm also going to be using this new Boardwalk ice cream sticker book from Happy Planner. This is so adorable, and I picked colors that would match this. And so let's go ahead and start. I thought tulips felt like spring, so I am all about springtime now. Yes, I cannot wait. Like, it's starting to get nice here and I'm just all for it. So yeah, April Currently page is going to be fun and springy. But first, I'm going to be drawing the tulips. Okay, so I am using this paper pad from 𝘠𝘮𝘂. I will link everything I use in the description box. I've been having so much fun drawing on this with these markers. They're blendable. It's just fun to, just create something new. Since I've been getting more into drawing lately, I've been taking some classes on Skillshare to help me out with that. So before we begin, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Skillshare, who is sponsoring this video. As we're making planner pages, I always say we're creating little works of art. So let's take it up a notch and start drawing in our planners. At least that's what I'm going to do. I think it's so fun. I've been diving into Skillshare's learning path called Learn to Draw, Go Back to Basics with Illustration. It's been so much fun. I'm sure all of us are looking to learn something new, and Skillshare is the perfect place to start. If you're not familiar with Skillshare yet, think of it as a place where creatives like you and me can come together to learn and improve. Skillshare offers a wide range of classes on everything from drawing and design to productivity and marketing. I find the site to be very user-friendly, so helpful, and really, really fun. What's been really helpful for me lately are learning paths. So what exactly are learning paths? Think of them as your own personalized journey toward mastering a skill. They're like a carefully planned sequence of classes, starting from the basics and gradually moving on to more advanced. So here's the deal. I want to invite you to come on this learning journey with me. Whether you're into drawing, design, or any other creative stuff, you're going to love Skillshare. The first 500 people to click the link in my description will receive a free 1-month trial to Skillshare so you can test it out for yourself and see if you like it, but I think you will. A big thank you to Skillshare for supporting this video, and now let's get back to it. Like I said, I have these 𝘠𝘮𝘂 markers. I have the colors RV270, R280, G490, and G6, and then I have a colorless blender. 𝘠𝘮𝘂 has a whole bunch of different sets of these. I happen to have the 321. I don't know if you saw that. It's a whole lot of markers, but they do have smaller sets as well. So I will link them for you. These are going to be messy flowers. Okay, so I am definitely not an artist. I'm more of a doodler, which, is a form of an artist, I suppose, but I'm going to be doing messy drawings because when you do messy drawings, it feels like it's on purpose, and then it doesn't matter if you mess up. That's what I try to tell myself. So what I usually do is start by drawing big shapes, and then I outline it with pen. So I'm looking at the size of this and just trying to decide how big to make these. I'm going to be doing something slightly different. So I'll be putting these flowers down the bottom here, but I think I'm going to take them all the way up to this line. And then I'm going to write my currently prompts in between the flowers. I thought that might be fun for a change, currently reading, eating, whatever, little writing among the flowers. So I want to make sure that I do the flowers the right size. So it's going to be down to about here. Okay. All right. So we're just going to draw big shapes. It doesn't matter if it's messy. It's going to be messy. It's going to look messy. Let's trust the process. I think it's going to be good. I hope. And if not, it's a learning process, right? So that's my first flower. And then what I'm going to do is take this color, the darker color. I'm going to take this pen and just take a little bit on the tip here of this darker color, and then go in a little around this. Now, I'm not doing shadows or anything. This is literally just to add a little bit of color to this so that it's not just one color. And I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm just gonna try. Okay, so just kind of all over the place. And then we can go in with the colorless blender even and sort of blend some of that out so it doesn't look as liney, right? The problem with the colorless blender is it does take off some of that color, so I have to be careful not to do it too much. Do you see how, whoops, do you see how that one looks a little bit different? Yeah, we can also go in straight with this color, but I don't know that I want to do that. I'm going to actually put a little bit more on here just to have some more darker areas. And then blend it out a little with this. Now, don't worry, because I know this looks kind of, what am I trying to say? I just put this directly on there. I didn't mean to. That's okay, though. We'll do it on the other side, too. So I know this looks messy, and I know this does not look right now, but like I said, kind of trust the process. We're going to go in with we're going to go in with some like black pen to make it look better. So don't worry, in case you're worried. Okay, so now we have this one and this one. So I'm going to use mostly this one, I think, because I was looking at the Boardwalk ice cream sticker book, and this seems to match it better than this. And we're going to do the stem. I want to make sure I do this like the right sizing. Okay, and we're going to make some big leaves. Again, we're going for this like messy look on purpose. Now we're going to take this one, go kind of around the edges. This one's a little bit of a different color, but sort of the same type of shade. And I did that on purpose so that it would blend well. When you're blending, keep in mind that you kind of need to have sort of the same shades. What I like to do is take the pen that's like a little bit darker, but the same kind of tone, and blend it together. Now that took off a lot of that color, so I don't know if I love the colorless blender. I think I prefer blending it, you know, with this type of thing, but this, sometimes I can't speak. Guys, brain fog today. Warning, 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 brain fog. Yeah. Now I just said that, but I feel like I want to go in with the colorless blender again. Just a little bit. If you have a light touch, it works better. And it doesn't take off too much of it. Do you see? I think that's my, oh, it did it though. That's all right. All right, let's leave it like that. I think it looks good. And now it's time for the magic to happen, and the magic is the lines. I'm trying to decide if I should do like a really thin line or maybe a little bit thicker. Let's see. Let's test this. That's about the same. Let's go for a bigger one. Okay, this is a 𝘮𝘗 size 0.5. This is really what I like to use when I'm outlining stuff. Sometimes I use 𝘰𝘮𝘰, but these are bigger, so I'm going to use a thicker pen. Now, this is the part that is nerve-wracking because it's going to be messy. I want it to look messy, but I don't want it to look too messy, right? So we're just going to like do quick, messy lines and make it look like a flower. I mean, it already looks like a flower, but you know. So we're just try not to overthink it, okay? Just sort of go in there, do your thing. That one, I don't like that, but we'll put in a couple more there and done. It doesn't look the best. Actually, let's take it down like this, maybe. I don't know. I don't love that, but we're just going to keep going and trust the process. Like I said, I'm going to make some more of these. And then we're just going to outline this messy. We're going to go outside of the color a little bit to make it more interesting. Okay, and there we have it, our first tulip. So now what I'm going to do is cut it out and show you how I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to turn off the camera and make all the rest of them, because it's just easier for me when I don't have the pressure of talking as I'm doing it. I think I can make prettier flowers if I'm just doing it on my own. So we're going to go for that. But let me just show you what it's going to look like. So we're just cutting it out. It doesn't have to be a perfect cut either. Just leaving a little bit of white space around it. All right, that was a quick cut, but actually let me do it a little bit better than that. Okay, so now we have our flower. It's going to go down here. I'm going to white out the other stuff on here because we don't really need this. And it's going to go, like, I don't know where the other ones are going to be yet, but we're going to have maybe 3 or 4 of these, sort of different heights, I think, and put them down. So I'm not going to adhere this yet because I feel like I want to see the other ones and how big they are and where I'm going to put them. So I'm going to just take a moment, like I said, do this off camera, and I'll come back and show you what I've done. I find it so fun and relaxing to play with those markers. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's like the blending or whatever. It's just very, very fun. And I've really been enjoying that lately. Okay, so I'm trying to decide, should I use all of the flowers? Should I only use 3? I feel like I'm gonna have more room to write if I use 3, but I love the idea of overlapping them too and creating like a little garden. That's so fun. That's really fun. Will I have enough room to write? Because I want to do my currently prompts. I can write really small. Ooh, I could even overlap them like that a little bit. Okay, let's do that. Let's use 4 of them just because I think it looks really cool. And like I said, I'm going to go in and write really small around here. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be tricky to overlap them with a glue stick, but I think I can make it work. Okay, let's start with this one. I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper here so that I can see how much it goes through. That's why you can't put it on your planner pages. So I can go on this without getting it on my planner. This is one like situation where an adhesive tape runner would not work. Like I feel like you need a glue stick for things like this. How did I have that? Let's just do it like this. I'm gonna have to punch out those holes and I can do that. Okay, that's our first one. This one I do want to like overlap a little like that or so. So that's gonna be hard. Wait. Okay, this one's gonna go down first, I guess. And then we'll leave that little flap off. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be tricky. How do we have it? We had it turned a little like that, right? I think about like that. Okay. Now this one is gonna slide under there a little bit. They're all now bunched over this side. That's okay. I feel like, you know what I mean? They're all bunched together here. I think I should have moved that over a little, but I'm not going to do it now. This one will just be the outlier. Let's put glue on this one. So they're all a little bit different. I don't love all of them, but like I said, when you go for a messy look, you really can't go wrong. That's the fun part. Like, that's why I like to do it like that, because it just looks like it was intentional. That's also why I like to doodle sloppily sometimes, because it looks intentional, right? We can't go for perfection if, like, we're not going to be able to make it perfect every time. And who can? But I think, like, if you're a really great artist, you can certainly go for perfection, of course. But, like, I just feel like I cannot. I also think I should have maybe cut around that white because that looks a little weird. But since there's white on all of them, I think we're just going to keep going like this. And maybe bring that down a little like that. All right, let's do it. Again, like, this is just for fun. This is just my Currently page. It's not like I'm doing this to get paid or if I'm making it for somebody else. Like, it's literally just for fun. So I like it. Okay. I don't want to do it like that. Maybe take it off the page a little. Okay. I think it looks really cool. Just something a little bit different, right? That you don't see very often. This is going to be rough to write on this side, but if I'm being honest, I don't know. Like, I haven't been using my planner for March, and I don't know if I'm going to actually use the planner. I might just start back up in April. That's what I've been considering lately. I know I have a video coming out, or maybe it's out already, where I talk about starting like mid-March because I filmed it before that. That didn't happen. Well, it's the 15th now. So that's always the problem I have with these YouTube videos. I don't know what order I'm putting them out in. So, like, anyway, I talked about how I was going to start in March, but I think it's looking more like April. So, I may or may not use that page. If I do, I'll just be careful writing in it. This is a crocodile punch. We're going to be able to punch out these sections that the holes are covering so it'll fit into the planner. This is actually the week I go on vacation, so maybe I'll just do like stickers all over it and write vacay or something and call it a day. Allie and Heather and Kaylee and I are going to Cancun for a few days. So into an all-inclusive, that's fun. I feel like it's going to be relaxing. So yeah, that's really cute. I actually really love this. Now let's look in Boardwalk ice cream because this is so fun. You can see like it does match, right? The colors. I was purposeful about that. Let's make headers at the top. Cover priorities and important. And I think I'm going to maybe I was going to add in the other colors too, but I might just stick to the pink and green. I think it's really pretty. So I don't have a lot of room up here. I was planning to put ice cream cones in because I saw this page. Where is it? I saw this page and I was going to put ice cream cones in, but now that I see it like this, I feel like I want to keep it just the pink and green. So we are going to grab maybe this. That doesn't fit. I liked these. I thought I was going to have a lot more room on here, and then I made the decision to make the flowers really big, so I don't have a lot of room. And I also don't know what I'm doing up here yet. I think I will use this for goals, but this section, maybe I shouldn't have put a header on it because I might just put a quote on it. Maybe. I also really love these. It's your time to shine. We could put that here to cover this whiteout, but actually maybe up here. That goes on it a little bit. Let's move it up slightly. It's not going to cover the whiteout, but I'm all right with that. It's your time to shine. Yes, it is. Me and you. Let's grab a quote. There's some really cute quotes in here. I'll link this for you. This is such a cute sticker book. I'm in love with it because you can have summer in your planner all year round. It's literally like just a fun, summery boardwalk theme. And I love that. I like these. They're a little small, which is good actually for planner spreads, but for what I want to do, not as good. I kind of want to use that, but again, the colors. Why don't I take this and put it here, and then we'll put a quote inside of it. That will make it a little more fun, right? Okay. So the only quote I would do would be that one, because although this one maybe that doesn't fit. I'm just thinking like color-wise, but it's too small for there. So let's keep looking. Isn't it fun when you get a new sticker book and you're getting used to it, to where things are in it? I don't know, I find that kind of fun, like learning your sticker book. All right, maybe I will add some other colors in here because I'm really not finding exactly what I'm looking for here. I am going to take this. I know it's those colors. I know, but I love the sentiment of this for me right now in my life and how hard my life has been. I really love putting things in my planner like this. Good days ahead. It just makes me feel good, and I just feel like I need that right now. Also, let's just do remember up here. I'm just going to do it in lowercase. And then over here I'll do, I guess I could just write priorities again, because it's just going to be goals for the month. Okay, I think that's cute. Okay, so since I added this, I'm going to want to bring some of those colors over here. So I saw this page and it has these. So I thought maybe I could use these to cover up the numbers and like write the numbers in myself. Ah, it's crooked. Let me get tweezers because that one did not go down very well. Okay, blue, and how about the orange and the yellow? So let's do yellow. And it's like orangey red. And now that I put those colors here, I want to somehow figure out how we can bring it down to the bottom. Now they do have these washi areas, washi strips, I mean. There's also more of these. Since I have this here, I could bring one down there, but I was thinking maybe this. I don't know actually how I feel about this. It's kind of cute, but let's hold on to that a second. Also could bring these in. Sometimes I use these to-do strips as like decoration, but I feel like I want to bring multiple colors in here, right? That's why I was looking at the striped one. Ooh, these are cute. They're supposed to be like little awnings, which wouldn't make sense on the bottom, but let's just see what it would look like. Honestly, that's really cuter than the other one for this, I think. Okay. Now, do we want to use it all the way across or just here? I can do it all the way across, even though it doesn't fit, because I'm going to cut it around this, so I'll have extra, but let's do it right on this side first and see how it looks, and then we can add some if we want. So let me grab a whiteout pen. I'm going to white out this line because this is a translucent sticker, so we're going to see through that. So I just want to disguise this a little bit. Okay, so we'll start here. take it to here and cut. So it looks like it's going behind it. Oops. Okay, and then we'll continue. Okay, that looks actually really cute, but maybe we do want to bring it all the way. I feel like I want to bring it all the way across. So let's do it like about here. And we'll cut this here. Yeah, I think that looks actually really cute. I'm wondering if I should cut it around that stem, maybe. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did it, so we're good. Okay, let me put this back. Ooh, maybe I could take this actually up here. That might be fun. Just decorate this top here a little. Okay, this looks so cute, you guys. I love this so much. I'm very pleased with it. Okay, let's fill it out. I need to pause to think a little bit about what I'm going to write first. I just noticed that my microphone was off that whole last segment where I was talking. Did you guys notice a difference? I'm sure there was a difference, but anyway, I turned it back on. So, like I said, my currently prompts are going to go in little bits down here. Let's fill out priorities first. So I gave it some thought, and there's 3 things I really want to work on in April. One is getting new doors put in my house. I talked about this back last summer before Mike and I had gotten back together, and I was going to start doing stuff around the house because I'm trying to settle in and make it my home. And the doors here are very old. They're like from the 60s. They're hollow, they're scratched up, like they're just bad. So I do want to replace the doors with some nice quality doors. It's going to be a big expense, but I think it's going to make a big difference in the house. So I had put that on hold because we thought we were moving, but now that I'm definitely staying here, I'm going to hire the door guy and get those new doors put in. I think it's going to make a giant difference and look really cool. So I'm just going to write call door guy and schedule. And then the next one is fence. I want to get a fence for Bumble, another huge expense. Those were 2 things I factored in when I bought the house. Adding, kind of like mentally adding that price to the house because those are 2 things I wanted to do right away. And again, that was something that was put on hold. So I'm just going to write schedule. Fence company to come out to house. The third thing I'm going to focus on is the outside of my house, like gardening, my lawn, all that kind of stuff. So, how should I put that? I'm just going to write exterior. Gardening, lawn care, etc. I already did hire a lawn company to come out, so I think they're coming out today to start to analyze my lawn and figure out what it needs, and they'll start putting stuff down. Okay, so wow, I did not write that very nice. Oh well, that's okay. So those are my 3 priorities. And now let's move on to the currently prompts. So I'm going to write the prompt with this 05 pen and then go in with my 𝘬𝘮𝘬𝘢, which is my really thin pen, to write the answers to the prompts. So here I'll write reading. Currently I'm reading Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, although my library, I got it from the library and like my loan is almost up and I'm mad because I'm not even halfway finished. So I don't quite know what to do about that, except for probably stop reading it and then wait for, that's the only thing, and wait for like my hold to come back again after weeks and weeks. And I'll probably forget what happened in the book. I'll have to reread it. That's the only thing about library books, like, that are a pain, especially the digital ones. Yeah, that's a pain because you don't have a choice. You only get 2 weeks. I feel like it should be 3. But it's a good book so far. I like it a lot, actually. That's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is one of my favorite authors. Okay, and now I'll write, let's see. I'm probably going to have to like do diagonal and stuff. Let's do that. Planning. I'm still planning Go Wild. It's coming up very fast and there's still like a lot of stuff to do with it. So I'm working on that. Excited about. So like I said, my girls and I are going to Cancun in a couple weeks and we're going to an all-inclusive. We're going to Excellence Playa Mujertes. I don't know if I said that right, but it's like a little bit north of Cancun. I heard it was really good. I'm excited because we can just relax and take it easy. And it's so easy traveling with them. And it's just going to be like, I don't even have to worry about like looking my best or anything because it's just us. We're just relaxing and hanging out at the pool. So I'm very excited for that. So I'll just write trip to Cancun with the girls. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm filming this in the middle of March, and this is my April currently page, and the trip is in March, like the last weekend of March. So you might be thinking, well, then why are you putting it on your currently page for April? Because you're going to look at this and be like, April, you were excited about your trip to Cancun, but it already happened. The reason I do that is because what I like to film these early, and I like to fill them out with you because I think it's more fun if I show you how I fill it out. And so for me, it's usually from the middle of the previous month to the end of the previous month. At some point, I film it. And so it just makes sense for me to fill it out at that point. And that means when I flip through my planner later, mentally, I already know that this was talked about like in March. You know what I mean? So for me, that's how I do it. You might not choose to do it that way. If I didn't, I've said this before, but if I wasn't a YouTuber and didn't film these, probably I would create it in the beginning of the month or right before the month. And then I would fill it out like either during the month or towards the end of the month. That's probably what I would be doing. But since we're here, I'm a YouTuber, I do it this way. That's how I do it. And you can do it any way you want. If you want to do it before the month as well, that's fine. As long as you stay consistent with it so that when you look back on your life, because I like to flip through my planners from time to time, like when you look back on everything, you'll know like that was actually in March. I don't know. That's just how I like to handle it. Okay, here I'm going to write, I don't know if I should write hoping, because I don't really think it's a hoping. Instead of, I was going to write hoping to embrace my single life or to enjoy being single. But I don't want to say hoping because that means like, oh, I hope it happens someday. So I'm actually going to write embracing. And then I'll write the single life. And then in parentheses, I will write or trying to. So there are a lot of advantages to being single. There's also a lot of advantages to being in a couple. there's advantages and disadvantages of both. So I'm trying to look at me being single now as, I'm trying to look at the positives about it more than the negatives. And the positives, there's a lot of positives about being single. I can do what I want when I want at any time. Of course, you can do that in a relationship, but you do have to check in and and compromise. I don't have to do that. I can do anything I want at any time. I get the whole bed to myself. I can eat dinner whenever I want. I can have whatever I want, or I don't even have to eat dinner if I don't want to, or I can order out whenever I want. I can watch the shows I want on TV at any time. I can binge watch hours of shows and there's nobody there who's going to be like, I want to watch something, or maybe you should get up, or, I can be lazy, or I can go out at any time and not have to worry about that. So there are a lot of advantages of it. And there's also a lot, like I said, a lot of disadvantages, but I'm trying to embrace this part of my life because I doubt I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. So it's a time to focus on myself. That's another advantage of it is if you're single right now, try to take this in and feel that with me, right? You have a chance to work, just focus on yourself. Of course, if you have kids, it's a different story. My kids are grown. But if you don't have kids and you don't have anybody else living with you, this gives you an opportunity to really embrace the alone time and focus on yourself and work on your self-care and work on self-improvement and, do all of the things you've always wanted to do, but you've just been putting off. And so that's what I'm trying to look at it as. All right. That being said, eating. For some reason, I'm eating a lot of candy. I don't know why. I've been eating Sour Patch Kids and Mike and Ike's. I'm not actually someone who eats a lot of candy, but lately, I've just had a sweet tooth. So, I'm just okay, this week I'm going to eat candy. Maybe next week I'm not going to eat as much. You know what I mean? It just depends. But I just went and bought all this candy for some reason. I don't know. And then we'll do watching. Where should I write that? So I'll write it here. I'm currently binge watching Young Sheldon because I really like The Big Bang Theory, and that's a spin-off of that. And it's pretty good. It's one of those mindless shows that I can sit and, do my nails during, or draw on my iPad, or text people, and I don't have to pay too much attention because it's not you miss anything. So I kind of like it. I think it's a good show. It's not the best show I've ever seen, but I'm enjoying that. So that's all the prompts I have. And, actually, I'm going to do one more because there's space and because I just thought of something. Where am I going to write it, though? I guess I'll write it here. Learning. So right now I'm learning how to use QuickBooks, and it is a struggle. My friend Mybrit is helping me with it, but it's very hard for me for some reason. I'm not great at financial stuff, and that learning new software takes a commitment, and it's really confusing. So I'm having a hard time with that, but I was going to actually put that up here as a priority, but I decided to keep all three priorities as house related. So I kind of like how these prompts are written in between the flowers, like a little garden of possibilities, right? Or something. But so now we have these extra little white spaces, and you know me, don't love to have those spaces. So why don't we draw something in there, like polka dots or hearts, maybe even in some of these colors so that we can work them in to the middle too. Okay, hold on a minute. I had the hardest time finding pens to match these colors. That was a struggle, especially this blue one. It was very hard to find a blue to match. I did the best I could. These don't really match, but we're just gonna pretend they are good. They're okay. Okay, so I have an Archer and Olive acrylograph pen here in the color Cornflower, an orange yellow calligraph pen by Archer and Olive, and I have a mild liner with the color, where are the colors on here? I'm expected to read that. Seriously? All right. You know what that calls for? I just got these. These are my new readers. Aren't they cute? They're by Peepers. I'll link them for you. I promise I'm not using them just to tell you, to give you a link, but I think they're really cute, and like they're not cloudy like a lot of readers are. They're a little expensive. They were $20-something, but anyway, besides that, this is Marigold. It took me all that to just tell you that's Marigold. Okay, so I think we're just gonna maybe do hearts, polka dots, both. I don't know. I think polka dots. So that color is actually not bad for the match for the blue, right? I feel like that's pretty good. So this is a paint pen. These are great. I haven't used these in a while on my channel anyway, but these are awesome. I love these. You can draw directly onto stickers with them, even the clear stickers, and you can change the color of your stickers. I need to start doing that again. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so this isn't as good of a match, but we're just gonna go in and do a few of these here and there. I know this makes it look really busy, but it's just fun. Let's not take it too seriously. We have some yellow. Okay. I think that is good. I think that looks really cute. Again, very busy, but fun, right? It's a fun page. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I love creating fun currently pages. It's one of my favorite pages to decorate and to fill out every month. So if you haven't, used your currently page for anything, I'd encourage you to give it a shot. And it's good for memory planning too, to look back on stuff. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.